Water is a great place to work because it's fun and it's growing. It's scaling massively, so it's a really exciting place to be, and there's a lot of opportunity for education and growth.
A really positive company that's genuinely trying to make the utilities world simpler, that is trying to get on board people from the local area and train them and give them a real joy in what they're doing.
It's a really exciting company to work for because we're just growing massively, and even the directors and people at the top are really interested in what everyone thinks. So it's a great place to feel valued, where you actually can make a difference.
So Everflow Water is a water retailer. It buys water from wholesalers and sells it on to customers, usually SMEs. I've worked here over 2 years now. I actually started on the back of coming home from travelling and looking for a job in Teesside, and then I realised that it's a really exciting, growing company. And I suggested that they do some more marketing PR, which was my background, and it's been such an exciting, constantly changing journey, but amazing. I was very much on the fence with what I wanted to do as I grew up. I really liked writing and I really liked creative things like fashion, music. So when I went to uni, I decided instead of doing journalism or fashion, I'd actually just do English literature because it's quite an open, keeping my options open subject. And then when I graduated, I did a few different internships. I went to Australia for a year, and while I was there I travelled to New Zealand, Bali and Fiji, and I just feel like it's one of those experiences that had I have not done it, I'd have regretted it. So now that I've come back, I'm kind of more ready to settle in a role. Yeah, I definitely recommend trying a few different things in terms of internships, placements, like we've got the Everflow Academy. It's what I did and it's worked out well for me. I definitely recommend doing that.
It's a new thing that the company started last year, so I'm actually the first academy person. It's a scheme to get people on board in the business where you kind of move around different departments. So you spend about 3 months in each department, and you're kind of developed as you go along, and different training options and things like that.
It's been really fab. I ended up doing a slightly different route to one of the other academy associates, so I've gone through regulation and compliance. But someone else might go through a really operational perspective, doing customer service and operations and credit and recovery. And I guess that both of us would end up with different interests and different opportunities to progress.
Well, at first I was on customer service. Then I was on operations. Now particularly I'm in communications. You don't really know what you're going to come to, but I think that's quite exciting.
I knew quite a few people already who worked at Everflow, and I had submitted my CV a while ago, was in the process of looking for jobs across the spectre. So I studied geography and thought I'd look at really geography-specific roles. I looked at customer-facing roles. And then I was contacted and they offered me a position as an academy associate, and it seemed really attractive, seemed really interesting, and it seemed like they were really trying to push developing younger students, younger graduates into roles that would really progress their career, and that seemed like a great opportunity.
After uni, I worked for my church for 2 years, so obviously that was very different and quite different than doing maths. And then I'd heard of Everflow through some people that I knew. When I heard about this opportunity, I thought it was great because I can try different things, kind of moving around different departments and seeing what things I like, what I'm good at. Also wanting to stay in the Northeast. Those kind of things meant that it was a great option.
Do what you're passionate about, what you're good at, and I discovered through the placements that I did that actually It's more important the environment and the culture of the company that you're working in and the specific role than what the overall company does. So here we've got a really fun culture, and people might think they don't associate fun and utilities, but it's really, really fun.
I would say definitely keep an open mind. I think work on developing core skills, whether that be data analysis, so you maybe learn a programming language, or whether that be more around project work and team managing and thinking about how to do things better. Doing these sort of things that might seem really boring, might not be what your friends are doing around you or how they're spending their time, will be really, really useful to finding a job role which you'll hopefully excel in.
Keep an open mind, because you don't know what you're going to enjoy and be good at, and at like 16, the things that you've been exposed to and the things that you know about, there's so much more out there that you don't, and what you end up doing at like 18, 19 doesn't have to be what you do in 10 years time, especially nowadays. People change career loads. I'd say work hard as well. Work hard at the things you enjoy, because it's often what you enjoy that you're most good at. So even if that's not what everyone's telling you to do, if you enjoy something, work hard at it and see where you get to.